Hey everybody, Retroman Dan here. Given that we recently had Father's Day, I figured I would share a quick little story about my dad growing up. This was just before starting junior high or 7th grade. My dad made this deal with me that if I didn't do drugs and I kept my grades up, he would buy me any game I wanted, which was awesome. Now, I knew we definitely weren't a rich family by any stretch of the word, so I never abused this. So that's why I would always rent a lot of games and also collect gaming magazines to do my research on which ones are good and which ones are bad. So yeah, it's a deal that he did, and I'm so eternally grateful for it. And I got a lot of games out of it until I got my own job after high school and started buying my own. But, yeah, I just thought I'd share that with you real quick. So here we are with issue 3 of Sega Visions. We got Joe Montana on the cover. Again, not really a sports fan, so I don't know how well that game was received or the reviews of it. So other than that, let's dive right in. Alright, so we got a nice little layout here for Philios and Burning Force. Again, I've already kind of gone over these games. I thought they were both great. And we got the table of contents, of course. I never saw that in the arcades, at least around here anyway. Mickey Mouse, great game. Let's continue on here. Aha! My artwork from way back then. I'm going to try to copy that as much as I could. Not terribly bad, but I can definitely see the disproportions I got in there. Yeah, let's get that out of here. But yeah, Stormlord. That was a great game. I don't think I really got that far. It was a weekend rental. I thought it was kind of a Ghouls and Ghosts clone, but a little more strategic, I guess. I don't know how to really categorize it. But yeah, it was alright. Definitely prefer Ghouls and Ghosts. Had some great graphics though. I mean, it definitely looked good. Let's kind of zoom in here. Yeah, I remember the big thing of this game was the naked fairies in it, and how they kind of got censored over here. But, we'll jump into that some other day. There we go, we got the publisher. What do you think, Minibit? Should we read that? Alright, well, I'll kind of zoom in for you guys. Alright. And we got a nice little DJ Boy layout. Again, I like this game. I know it's probably not on anyone's top 10 list, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. I mean, it was definitely a challenging game. Like, when you get your butt kicked if you're not careful real quick. Some of those bosses were definitely a little on the cheap side, but it was definitely a fun game. I remember finishing it. I rented it first, and then I ended up buying it. And yeah, it was definitely cool. It would have been great if they had 2-player co-op in it. Alright. Mailbox. I'll just kind of zoom in on this one. We're going to go ahead and read the quiz over here. Alright, are you a Genesis genius? Well, are you, Minibit?
Yes.
Alright, let's dive into this. Now, some of these are kind of, the answers are pretty obvious, but some of them, they might not be, especially if you haven't played the game. Like, I know I haven't played this one here, so I'm not sure of the answer. Let's go ahead and dive in. Let's see, in Populous, which disaster can't you unleash? Let's see the answers here. I'm going to go ahead and say E, worldwide acne epidemic. Alright, come down over here. Budokan, the martial spirit, features karate, bo, nunchaku, nunchaku? I guess that's probably what I say it. And kendo. Each martial art has over blank unique moves. Now this one, I never played this, so I don't know. It could be either C or E, 16 or 25. I'm not sure. So yeah, I'm gonna say E25. Again, I'm not sure on that one. And here we got John Madden football. The only thing you can't make your players do is, I'm gonna say C. Sell popcorn at the game, because that just seems the most ridiculous. Alright, let's go to the next page here. Alright, got Lakers versus Celtics in the NBA playoffs. You can master. I'm gonna say E, all of the above, because they all sound pretty legit. Alright, over here. Essential Weapon and Sword of Sudan. Yeah, that's definitely going to be A, I believe. Enchanted Sword. And there we go. Battle Squadron is D, a rapid-fire space combat game with audacious graphics. In Zany Golf, players overcome obstacles like... This one's a toughie because I don't think I've ever saw screenshots other than the one right here, or reviews or anything. I'm gonna say B. Lasers, hamburgers, and moving holes. I mean, it could maybe be A as well, but or even C, but I don't think C. The other two are definitely no. Watch for your Sega trading cards. And then here's the rest of this, so you can finish up the quiz and nail this out, which you can see I never did. But, yeah, I guess we'll continue on. I have no idea if these answers are right or wrong, because you never find out, I don't think. Alright, here's the Game Doctor. Well, Mini-Bit, should we read a question out of here?
Yes!
Alright, let's check. Let's go for the shortest one here. About how many hours does it take to wear out a Sega cartridge? Sega uses such high quality alloy and plating that there is no reason that Sega cartridge should ever wear out. Call 1-800-USA Sega anytime you have questions about Sega products. Yeah, mine all still work now, so it's been, what, 30 years plus? Alright, we got Bimini Run here. Again, this is a great weekend rental co-op game. I don't think I ever bought this one, but I have it on emulation now. You could rent this a couple times. Here we got Super Volleyball, again, sports, never played it. And of course we got the Game Wizards, and my whole spiel on that. Alright, on to the cover story here with Joe Montana. Yeah, I'll just zoom in here. It's, again, never played it, don't know anything about it really. I'll kind of look at this. Free stereo speaker offer. Now, I never did this. Usually I would only get one, maybe two games at a time. And they were pretty staggered, so it wouldn't be within that time period. Again, and by the time I think I saw this, I think I had all the games I really wanted from this list. I'll zoom in real quick. A couple here and there that I wanted to get. Here's the rest of that Joe Montana cover story. Continue on here. Oh, here we go. Castle of Illusion. I remember renting this one weekend and absolutely fell in love with it. Bought it. I mean, this was one of the few perfect Disney games out at the time. The music was great, graphics were awesome, and the gameplay was great. I particularly like this stage here in the study, or was it library maybe, where you're wandering around and giant books and coffee cups and pencils and such. It was just a really neat game, great graphics. Clown World too. I remember the Jello mold you had to jump on in and stuff. It was definitely a really fun game. I definitely enjoyed it. And you got the Genesis does what Nintendo don't add again. Been there, done that. There's the rest of it. There you go, Dick Tracy. This was another weekend rental. It was definitely a fun game. I think I rented it a few times. Never bought it though, but it was really fun. I don't think I've ever finished it either. I was a fan of the movie. I mean, not a huge fan, but definitely liked it. And this was a great game to go along with it. I don't think I have this on emulation either. I have to put it on the list. There we go, Cyberball. I remember renting this with my buddies one weekend. I mainly kind of kept to the sidelines where they played this. So yeah, I maybe played 1 or 2 rounds, but I don't really remember it too well. So I don't know if it was good or bad, but yeah. Oh, here we go with Strider. I remember before I said I'd try to draw this one. I don't know if I actually have that drawing. Oh yeah, this stage here. To me, this stage was part of the stage was really frustrating. Getting hit by those parachute bombs, getting knocked off that thing. Such a pain, or I was getting to the top with only 1 square of life left. Total pain in the butt. But otherwise, great game, fantastic music, everything. Just, yeah. Buster Douglas Boxing here. We did rent this one weekend. It was fun for a boxing game at the time. I wasn't too into it, but it was definitely fun playing against some buddies with it. Got Hellfire over here. Again, I like this game, but to me the graphics did seem a little kind of chunky, I guess. That's what I said before. The artwork's really cool. This kind of reminds me of the ship from Soulfeast, so you could adjust your gun angles in that game. But I don't think you could do it in this game. Yeah, overall fun game. Cool. Oh, there we go. Thunder Force 3. Again, praise this enough. You know my sentiments. You can kind of zoom in on the actual article if anybody wants to kind of read it. Alright, continuing on. Oh, Shadow Dancer. This one was a weekend rental and definite buy. It was definitely challenging because they went back to the one-hit death type of gameplay. It was graphically very awesome. It looked pretty dang close to the arcade. I know the arcade has some differences, but it was definitely a very, very good game. Proper amount of challenge. I remember the one boss I had the most trouble with was at the top of the Statue of Liberty. That one redhead tall woman who throw the huge spinning blades. For some reason, I couldn't get the timing right on that. And if I did, I'd be down to like 2 or maybe 1 or 2 lives actually. Yeah, overall great game. I got a little ad for renovation. Free poster. Never did this. Of course, this one's on my to-do list. This one I never played, but I definitely want to try it out. Coursework Rush. I mean, it's all renovation games, so they're going to be good. You can kind of zoom in and show what's coming up. Arrow Flash, another great game. And of course, the Gyruss or Gyruss. I don't know how you pronounce it exactly, but that was probably the best one of the bunch on this page, I think. Yeah, for the free poster, I would definitely probably go with the Whip Rush. I don't know, that artwork kind of reminds me of old 70s sci-fi. We got Sword of Vermilion, again, great game, graphics, sound. Granted, these little sections were a little clunky, but you know, once you got used to them, you figured it out. It was alright. But yeah, these bosses, I think I like this boss the most just because he looks so evil looking. I think he looked more sinister than this guy does. I mean, yeah, let's kind of zoom in real quick. Definitely a great RPG game. Technocop again. That screenshot I commented on before. DJ Boy. Ken Philios. Fan of the Greek mythology in that. Nice layout for Atomic Roller Kit here. That was a weekend rental. I think I rented it 2 or 3 times before finally buying it. I mean, I couldn't beat it then. So I figure after 3 times rental, it's time to buy it. Otherwise, I'm just losing money kind of thing. I definitely like the graphics on it. It looked like it's kind of like you're inside some guts of some alien or something. It looked like a stomach lining there or something. Yeah, the graphics are really cool. Let's zoom up here a little closer. Now, I have recently played the arcade version of that, and it's definitely very comparable, and definitely worth the pickup, I think. Oh, now this guy here, never seen this in the arcade. I'd imagine it probably cost a pretty penny to play it, but never got the chance to try it. And we got Laser Ghost here. I don't know, that doesn't ring a bell at all either in the arcades. Layout for Centurion, or what is this? Oh, Warrior Rome, not Centurion. But again, this is a real-time strategy game that I didn't really get into. I never really got into that genre until I think Command & Conquer. This definitely looked cool. The cinema screens look really nice. Zoom in here. Yeah, never played it. Of course, Junction, puzzle game. Raiden, I don't remember if I played this or not. I guess I'd have to see some screenshots to kind of jog my memory on that one. I know it was pretty popular at the time. I can't remember if I played it or not. And we go with Paperboy for the Master System. This looks pretty arcade accurate for the Master System. I mean, I don't know how it sounds or actually plays, but it definitely looks good. Zoom in real quick here. Now, my experience with Paperboy was only on the actual arcade and then the Genesis version. This looks pretty tight, actually. Definitely looking pretty good there. And we got the Joe Montana football for the Master System. Again, sports. And we got the high scores. Pretty good Revenge of Shinobi score there. Alright. There goes the nice Master System ad that we've gone over before. And great. Still got my cards attached on this copy. This was one of the episodes or issues that I actually got 2 of them in the mail, so I kept this one kind of in pristine look, I guess. We got Pat Riley basketball here. Again, I enjoyed this basketball game. It's probably one of 3 that I actually played. The other 2 being Lakers versus Celtics, and then probably NBA Jam. I did enjoy this for the time being. Yeah, these cards. The artwork was kind of, it was, it was there. But I think probably the better part was on the back where it would give you hints for all these different things. Altered Beast when I vaguely remembered that one. That was a good one to remember. And we got a continuation of the Pat Riley basketball game. I'll zoom in a bit here. Again, these cutaway shots were pretty cool. And we got a big ad for the first John Madden football game. Again, it looks cool, but it just never was my thing. And this is a great screenshot here. And Niles Nemo in Golden Axe Land. Again, you know my thoughts on this, so I'll just kind of zoom in and you can read it for yourself if you want. Alright, continuing on. There we go. This kind of looks like Hang On, but this is actually GP Rider. Never played this, but yeah, definitely the Hang On version of this with these kind of things were pretty cool. I think probably the best game for that type of thing was Daytona USA. I remember playing with my buddies at the arcade when they had like, I don't know, 8 of them lined up and we all were racing each other. And of course we got a Thunder Force 3 layout here. Which, you know, I've gone over enough. You don't need to hear me drone on and on. Coming attractions. 16 attack sub, simulation type game. I wasn't really into. Fatal Labyrinth. I never played that. To me, it just looked like a Gauntlet knockoff. And then Abrams Battle Tank. Again, probably a simulation of some sort. Never played it. And over here we got Hard Driving, which in the Genesis was definitely hard. Yeah, I remember trying to hit this big old jump just right without nosediving and crashing. Yeah, it was very difficult. I think the arcade was a little more easier for the steering wheel. And that looks like it. And looks like after this issue they decided just to give away the magazine for free. So yeah, I lucked out on that by not mailing in the renew thing. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this issue. Hope you all enjoyed this episode and talk to you again soon. Later.